Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Phil, and this video is all about showing you how to fix your really overpriced, expensive PowerBeats Wireless 2 headphones, although I'm pretty sure they'll work on the version 3s that just came out as well. Now, as you can see, I've done a little bit of work on mine, and that's what I wanted to show you. The most common problem with these things is that right here along the rubber seal, the headphones rip apart, and that's because the metal rod here that wraps around for adjustment actually causes the rubber right here to crack open, and then this whole thing starts to get really loose, and it's just difficult to wear. And so a lot of people on YouTube and a lot of people on forums will say, you know what, you have to super glue this thing back together. So, you know, I tried that. I've super glued it, if you can see, on both sides, and yeah, it fixes it, but constant motion, because super glue is brittle and because rubber is malleable, it kind of crumbles, and over time you have to keep super gluing it. And this is me having super glued this back together 2-3 times, and you can see how much excess that I have just to make these work. And eventually, you know, it just kind of starts to look really shitty. So I found that a 1/4-inch slice of heat shrink tubing actually prevents, and it may not look that great, but at least it is kind of uniform, but it prevents the rubber from splitting even more and gives and takes naturally, because it's also its own, you know, polyvene, or, you know, some type of malleable plastic as well. Now this is a 1/4-inch tube, so I'm going to show you how I do it on this one as well. This little section here is really tight, so you have to work your way around to get it up to this portion. However much of this you want to cover is up to you. I'm going to go from about here all the way down to about here, and we'll cover that up. Now, I happen to have a heat gun, but if you don't have one, a lighter will work just fine. And just for example, for those that have never used heat shrink before, it reduces the size in terms of fit by about 1/2. So a 1/4-inch tube becomes an 1/8-inch hole. Now there's shrink wrap that is also considered self-adhesive, and so it has an adhesive glue on the inside, so that when you heat up the element, the glue melts and helps you really stick this in place. I didn't think it was necessary for this one. I also didn't have it in the office at the time, so maybe, I don't know. But this holds really well without the self-adhesive, so we'll try it with this. Got some 1/4-inch heat shrink. Now I'm just gonna kind of half-ass measure, I don't know, about there. The beauty is it's behind your ear, so no one really cares and no one can really see. That's good. The only thing you do want to do is make sure that your cut here at the end is nice and clean. All I'm doing is pushing this through all the way till it gets up there. It's going to look pretty stupid until we heat it up, so let's do this. And like I said, it's really fat right here. It'll fit. You just have to, can you see that? Yeah, you just have to be really patient. See? Starting to go. There we go. Almost through. There we go. All right. Now, like I said, it's going to look kind of dumb because right now the pipe is rigid, but again, once it heats up, it'll form to the contour of your headphones. And you just want to make sure it's over whatever mess or whatever separation point you had on yours. I'm assuming you have the same problem as me. We're going to heat this up. You're going to see this kind of curve down, and then we are going to test fit them. right, and I actually did it a little too much, and you can see that some of the rubber was starting to melt on our piece right there. That's pretty funny. So yeah, this is my hack for fixing the PowerBeats Wireless version 2s. I think they'll work for version 3s. Now, if you don't have a heat gun and you want to use a lighter, you'll probably have to be a little bit more careful on these edges here because this rubber is seems rather heat sensitive. Will a blow dryer work? I think so. Maybe you can like and comment in the description below and let me know if that works, and I can put a little text description out there. But you know, overall, I'm happy. I think I'll be able to get another good year of use out of these. These are a little over the 1-year warranty period for me. So, you know, it's nice that I can find a way to continue using them since I was thinking of throwing them away and getting a new pair. But, you know, they're so expensive for what they are that I found this issue to be kind of stupid to have to replace them with. But now we know there's a better solution. Thanks.